Welcome back to Twik or Tweeter. That's the application so that we might create Twitter series to fight the orange clown and his many, many evil minions. We had it in the last version, part 1, where we actually had this was dragged from our download directory and put on the main screen. In fact, it's an Excel application that we've written here. It only runs in Excel, and you must have it. You don't have to, though, know anything at all whatsoever about Excel to make this work. I'm going to double-click it, and we're going to open it up. The first thing it asks, by the way, right in our face, it says it just gives gives permission that you accept the responsibility for anything that happens with this thing. That releases me from that responsibility. And I click agree. In the last part 1, we had up in the upper left-hand corner where you had to enable macros. But because we've already enabled it and saved, we don't have to do that anymore. Just to remind you, what you see that you saw before is a series of tweets. So you see, I miss Obama 1 of 10, I miss Obama 2 of 10, and these are the actual tweet columns. Before this is all done, when you create something like this, the program is going to take your tweet, and underneath it, it's going to put your CC, like your hashtags and who's to receive it. And below that, it's going to put the numbering style, and that's all going to be rolled into one sweet little tweet. Well, how do you make that happen? We already did. Anytime you highlight something, as we've done here, by clicking on it, see, click, click, it combines those into the copy-paste buffer. And you just simply go over to your Twitter and paste it into a tweet. And that's it. Well, in this version, we're going to actually start from scratch, and we're going to show you at least 3 secrets that we didn't tell you in the other one. Ones that have not been documented well or not documented at all. Secret stuff. So here, let's start out by clearing the tweet series to start over, and it asks permission, and I say yes. Okay, we're ready to begin from scratch. I go ahead and open it up. I could type in text right now and click close, and it would update and parse all my text into separate tweets that were manageable. But that's not what we're going to do now. What we're going to do is go to the tweeters and the tweetdums. Who is supposed to be getting this? The hashtags and the ampersands. We are only going to select a few. One is the resistance, and the other is tax scam bill. And by double-clicking those, as I just did, and I did double-click them, in the include column, it changes the no to a yes for those two. The only thing left for us to do now is to accept it. We could start typing the tweet now, but we're not. We look at the tweet size, 280. That's very admirable. But I don't like the tweet numbering style that's going to be at the bottom of it. So rather than I miss Obama, I'm going to have show your taxes. Should be show your taxes, you rat bastard. But we have it in limited amount of characters. So now I'm going to start in by typing in a tweet. And I can type and type and type and type. And when I press the button, it will break them into nice, neat little tweets. But we may want to have some other stuff, some secret stuff. So the first thing we're going to call this is the 3 presidents. Will it take enter? Yeah, I'll take enter. Then let's type in, it's going to be Lincoln, Kennedy, and Trump. And I'm going to have a title, and that was Can You Identify the Quotes? Now, that's not enough to fill a complete tweet, so you just keep on typing. It's going to put it in, but on the one hand. But on the other hand, gee, that makes a nice title tweet, nice title slide, if you would. How can we stop it right there, force it to move on to the next tweet? Well, here's what we do. What you already know. The ellipse means next. You just type in 3 dots. And then you just start typing. In this case, what we're going to do is we're going to put in quotes. And you can put in quotes by just simply typing them in if you want. Or you can come to your quick phrases list if you have something in there, over there. Or you can just go grab it off the internet. In this first one, we're going to grab it off the internet. I'm going to come down to here. There's the Gettysburg Address. It's over here. I'd already Googled it. And I am going to just copy a couple of this line right here, 4-score line, the most famous line there is. And I'm going to right-click it and copy it. And I just simply return here and I paste it. There you go. That's all it takes. You know, come to think about it, I'm going to put another quote up. So what was it to make another page break? Oh, I remember. 3 dots, another tweet break. This time I'm going to use one that we have in quick phrases. Let's see, quick phrases. These are the quick phrases you put in. For example, if you constantly type in the as THE, you could create a quick phrase that every time you type in THE, it changes it to TEH. It will change it back to THE for you. But we put something a little more sophisticated. We have jokes for about Donald. We've got it looks like we even had the Gettysburg in there. And there's some other things here, and we have some trolling comments. You put in the ones that are most effective for you. I'm going to take this one that says, "And so, my fellow Americans." I double click it, it's in. That's all it takes. As I look at it, I'm thinking I don't need the whole thing, so I'm going to take out this part, delete it. Just edit it. You can edit it. In fact, I'm going to get rid of "and so" as well. So I just end up with "my fellow Americans." Okay. I'm down at the bottom again. I want another tweet for a new quote. There you go. There's 1, 2, 3. And let's see. This time I'm going to go in back to Tweeter and TweetDums. I think I've got another. Whoop, no, that's the wrong one. I'm going to go into quick phrases. And let's see. I moved on her. Oh, I think that's a Trump. Well, somebody's quote. I put it in. Oh, yes, it's that quote. I moved on her like a bitch, but I wouldn't get there. Couldn't get there. Well, we're going to just simply get rid of the quote marks, and we could leave them in, but we didn't have them on the others. Alrighty. Okay, and 3 dots. So we asked a question for the people that are going to be viewing this. Who said each quote? Lincoln was first. Then came Kennedy's. And sadly, lastly, came Trump's. What have we come to? So, as you can see, you can type along, you can grab things off the internet, you can grab things from your quick library. You have lots of ways, and you don't have to worry about which tweet, if you broke it off at the right spot. It's going to break it off automatically for you unless you force a break with 3 dots. We're going to do one more. We're going to demonstrate the one off the internet, an actual link. So I put in my 3 dots for a new one and say, here is more about Donald, colon, and let's put it down a line. I come over back to the internet. Oh, there is that one. Let's come over to CNN, see if CNN said anything good today. Inside the White House after Alabama stunner. Well, if you wanted to, let's see what other ones I got. I got, there's MSN. I like that. If I wanted MSN as a whole to appear there, I just simply click up here, highlight the URL, and copy it, and put it in. We're going to just put a specific story in, so I'm going to come back to CNN, and I'm going to right-click inside the White House picture, and I'm going to go copy link address. And then I'm going to come back over here, and I'm going to put it in. Control V. There you go. So there you have it. We've created something. It happens quickly, but one of the things you want to do is if you create a particularly effective one, particularly one that is fact-checking him, and you want to use it over and over again for these minions to come out and keep all these lies going, then you definitely want to come down here and save it to the library. I'm going to call this one The 3 Presidents. I'm going to come over here and select a category for it. You can change these categories later on. We have a place where you make your own categories. You can get rid of this one. We're going to call this one political issues. And save to library. Saved. There you go. Let's make it happen. Let's see what happens. Close and update. It's done. There you go. You have 6 tweets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. How about that? Each tweet comes with who's going to get it up above, pound resistance and tax scam bill, and the kind of logo that you're going to have for your numbering system. Show your taxes 1 of 6. By the way, clicking this, I can just go over there and paste it now, and I will in a minute, but I wanted to show you another secret. I'm coming back to the Edit Create Tweets. You may very well, some of you are, a lot of you are more proficient at this than I am. And you're almost like DJs or radio show hosts. You have tweets and people follow you and they want to do it. And you may want to personalize that numbering to include your name or your initials or your motto for the day or your motto for your program or for the tweet you put out. And I'm going to show you how to do that. Now, we always have a fear that the other side will come and change these things too. So we're going to try to convert them along the way. If you notice, I've got something that says approximate total tweet. Click on that. Nothing happens. Don't be surprised. So the first thing to make something happen that can work for us is we make them take the oath. You come down here and you must choose I Miss Obama. Now click on it. Oh, something secret here. Okay. It says put in 4-digit PIN. You can ignore that. That ain't the truth. We have a 2-word password separated by a space. Both the passwords only have one vowel. Both words in the password only have one vowel. A U in both cases. The first one is a 4-letter word for screw. Let's see. That would be, well, I'll bet you can figure out what that is. Now, whatever comes next won't show on the screen, but it'll be there. Then a space, and then another word for maybe some of us consider a fascist. I'm going to try type out his name. Ah, the screen changed. Now it's still asking for 4-digit PIN. Again, you can ignore that. What we're going to really put in is our logo we want. So if my name was TJ, Tom Johnson, I might go TJ Tweet World. You can be anything you want and submit. Okay, now let's go close and update. Okay. There we got it. TJ's Tweet World 1 of 6 and so on. Well, I think the time has come. We're going to put it out in Twitterland. Are you ready? I said it was easy. I'm going to prove it to you. By the way, if you're replying to something, you generally start from the top and go to the bottom. If you're putting it on your home page, your page, you might start from the bottom and go to the top because they tend to show the most recent at the top, and you'd like that to be number 1, so they read things down in order. Tweet 1 of 6, 2 of 6, 3 of 6. You'll determine what's best. I'm going to show you my favorite that uses something completely different. I'm going to start by selecting the first one. As soon as I click it, it says that last copied over there. I am going to go back over here and I'm going to go to my tweets. What's happening? I could either click on tweet up there or I could click what's happening. I'm going to click right there and I'm going to paste it. There you go. I've got my titles. I've got who's going to get it, and I got my tweet world 1 of 6. Let's just send this off as a tweet. Very good. Alrighty. So now here's the thing, is I'm going to put all the rest of them as a reply to this tweet. Like this is a lead, and you go inside and read the rest. So I'm going to click on that right there for reply. I'm going to return. Click on the second one. Return. And paste it. Very good. There it is. And let's see, tweet. Let's reply again. And again I go over. Again I click. And again I come back. And I paste. Only 3 characters left. I must have left that just run wild, huh? Okay, there you go. Again, we're almost there. get the reply. Very good. And last but not least, the conclusion. Oh, I like this one because reply. It's got the link, which means that there you go. Should we take a look at that one real quick, that last one, or all of them? Let's see. Yep. Oh, I didn't want to reply. Let me come out of that. Let's see. There you go. There's the 3 presidents. There's the tweets with 2 of 6, 3 of 6, 4 of 6, 5 of 6. Oh, there, look at there. There's your link. And 6 of 6. There they are, standing together. Well, what do you know? I am going to return here. We're going to talk about a few last things, and then we're going to call it a day. You saved this to a library. I'm going to show you by clearing this that you can get it back. Well, let's make sure we save it one more time since we made some changes. Save to the library. Okay. Yes. Okay. And now I'm going to clear this tweet. Do you want to clear it? Yes. Okay, it's gone. To tweet library. Here's the tweet library. And there's a little button over there for clicking. You can load any tweet. You can delete any tweet by double-clicking it. If you want to, you can sort by any column because you'll have thousands of these things maybe, and you want to either sort by the title, by the category you put it in, or by the tweet series itself, the first line. Fact is, I'm going to sort it there for you. If you want to have a longer look at it, you can simply double-click and expands it or contracts it. Let's go find the one that we just did. There they are, the 3 presidents. I double-click to load, and it goes OK, and I do this and format it. Really. Now, it doesn't always keep the TJ Tweak world. You may have to double-check that because it doesn't save that information. Just so happens this is the last thing we chose, so it's still there. Now it's time for the tweet-to-tweet lists. These are the things you control in our program. On the right-hand side is the library categories. I had things like fake news and lies and more lies, political issues, sore points, trees, and whatever it is. You may not like these. How do you change it? Just click and figure it out yourself. It tells you can delete it, edit it, or create a new one. And the same thing is true on this one over here. This is the tweet phrases. You remember all the slick phrases we had and all the hashtags we had? Well, just click on one. I click on this one right here. And when I do, it says, hey, do you want to edit it? Do you want to delete it? Do you want to create a new one? It's just that simple. We are going to show you a secret here, though. Create new. We took the time to put every senator and congressman in this thing, as well as a lot of other people. But it's up to you to update that and make it powerful and poignant to the things that you're doing. But now you can make it even more powerful and more poignant if you choose to group them. You can actually have groups. And in fact, is when we label them, you'll see them on the side there. Look, we'll start with GRP group and we'll give it a shorthand code. But how do you do that quickly and efficiently? You put a greater than sign and a space. It opens up a pick list. I'm going to choose dump Trump. It puts it in. I'm going to choose tax bill, and it puts it in, so I don't have to keep choosing them each time. It could choose a senator, NBC News, or anything you wanted to do. Let's see. I'll put one more in just for the sake of it. Senator Mendez. There you go. And I've got to give it a code, so I'm going to call it advocacy group. Okay. I'm going to say group GRP. You can type in anything you want. It's your choice. That's what we chose. Group. Maybe they advocate something we like or don't like. Advo1. Okay. And I save. It's a done deal. Let's see how that works. Go back to Twitter. Come back to, I could have just, let me do that again for you. There's a tweet list. There's always a button up here that says, back to Twitter Tweeter. There you go. And now I'm going in here. And I'm going to choose my Twitter Tweeters. I'm going to choose to clear the old ones, clear all. And now I'm going to choose the one that was groups. Get down to the groups. Where are the groups? Did I pass them already? I bet I did. Let's see, they've got to be around here somewhere.
There.
Let me talk to my wife. Do you see them?
Down farther. Oh, no, they're right at the top, right?
Right at the top?
Down a little.
Okay. Tax.
Look for the greater than.
Oh, good idea. Oh, right there. There you are. You're so good. And there's the group advocacy, whatever it is. And I double click it. It now says yes, and I accept it. And I go ahead and make it go. Go okay. There you go. If you look up, there they are, all up there. Groups are so important because you can pin groups and give them the information you want them to have. It is making forceful political comments. It gives you power. Well, hey, you know what? We thank you. And we thank you for being with us. Long live the resistance. Goodbye.